78 years of the life that he has given to us. I remember, I grew up in a small Satoi, in a Satoi town, It's a small area, considered with small area. We never imagined that hardly will be able to go and study in Nevada or someone. That is what we thought about it. And my mom, over years, he's a very hardworking, as he said, as my sisters and brothers have said, I remember, working in the field at a very early age, the perseverance, the dedications, and as well as, the will to push us beyond our own circumstances, And what my mom taught us is that, it's not because of your circumstances, it's not how poor you are, how rich you are, but it's your own destiny that you can change. He taught us the value of not nature, but nurture overrules the nature, and that he helped us to push the limits. And because of that, our 5 of us, we were able to study there from Satoi, then we came to Kohima, then Dimapur, and I was able to go and study in Punjab, then work as there as an assistant professor there, and then, joining the national movement and into the some international programs, So I think that I never dreamed, a small guy, a small boy from a Satoi, from the rural areas, from the backward, we call it the Napa areas. We never thought, I never dreamed, but the dream that he ignited, he was a candle to my life, and because of him, I'm able to speak, in front of 1,000 people here in Nagaland, among the Northeast, as well as in India, I'm able to walk in one of the highest offices, And the even last year, the Prime Minister office, sent 2 of us. I was part of the national coordination team to survey the works the works by the 9 MPs in Assam, So such was the visionary leaders, So today is a celebration of my mom's, almost 78 years of the nurtures and the love, I also want to thank each and every person of my own village, the church, and all the individuals who have supported my mom, It's just a small thing, I remember exchange of vegetables, kind words on a Sunday, over a hot, mess, they sit and talk and they nurture us. And that is the value of the things, So today I'm speaking about all the wonders that our village, our Sotai people, our Sotai areas, and the friends around has helped us to build who we are and help us to go ahead in life, Taking this moment, I want to thank the pastor, of Christ Nagamese Baptist Church. When we approached him, he did not refuse, but he was voluntary to help us. I want to thank you, Pastor, for your dedication towards our family. And I've seen him, when my mom is sick, he always comes and pray for it. Prayer is a key that unburden our pains and sufferings. And I want to thank the pastors and his colleagues, the Christ Nagamese Baptist Church, the people who are working to uplift this church. This church has been a wonderful blessing to my mother and my family, and I want to thank you for that. I take this opportunity to thank Tokheli Ayah, Satoi Village Welfare Baptist, for your kind words, and Mr. Kahoshe Tuku, DB, Western Satoi Range Public Union, for your dedications and the work that you are doing for our own community. Thank you and keep it up, and we want to thank you so much for that. I also want to thank my uncle Horan say, from the very young kids, we grew up and we still see him, and he is still alive, and we want to thank him, for every support, and being our strong uncle. We need a strong uncle, and I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank my in-laws, I have 3 wonderful in-laws, Beyond them, I cannot live in. Ati Ambamo, we have a mixture, He is from a Lotha community with a wonderful, tolerance, And I always never see him complain throughout my life, Thank you so much for that. I also want to thank my Ati Krivi, My Ati Krivi is a wonderful guy, Whenever he sings, my mom bursts into laughter and he brings the joy in our hearts. And I want to thank Ati and my sisters, for them, I also want to thank Ati Tiopi and my sister Tokheli, Guwahati is not here because of the medical treatment in Guwahati, but I want to thank them for every loving and support, I also want to thank all my uncles from my mother's side, They have been wonderful, uncle, and whenever we need them, they are always here, See, they are sitting in front of here. Some will come from a far distance, and I want to thank you, And I also want to thank you for all the people who have done, wonderful decorations, setting up things, who have also taken care of the fooding and the lodging and other miscellaneous works that have happened. Because of them, we are able to partake in these provisions and also let this program be a successful one. I want to thank the owner of this house for allowing us to have this wonderful space, In spite of raining, but God has blessed us, There is a saying, when a sage dies, it rains, I'm happy that we are not having a humid climate, but we are having a showers of blessings coming upon us, Taking this time, I want to thank those of the people who have done marvelous jobs to my mother and to our family, but I do not have mentioned their names, but I want to thank each one of them. Particularly, I want to thank God for giving my mother, It says, even though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, fear not, for God is with you. Mom, you are the best mom we could ever dream of. And your work, your encouragement, and your dedication to love Christ will dwell in our heart. And may you go and find the joy that God has been waiting for you. Thank you so much, and thank you all of you for coming here in spite of these rainy conditions. God bless you all.
2020 March to Amado Ami Lodi Hikina Boyishe, Ama Hikina Ami Amalodi, first private I get Boyishe. Sila Gopra Nabarabra Ama Apido, Didi can be a say, that can be a say, will you get Ami Brahit to get Ligina Bodibode, Ami Iniga Amalodi Boytagalata India, I mean, first we love Motage, we be she Ajila Jinatihana Samedi, Brahe Amila Motage, but yes. Kumbazo Magi Hoishekula, Amikhan La Saitla, Manudo, Amikhan Ama Holibi, Baba Holibi, Sauli Napara, Lachis, Hogan Amikhan, Sauli won Takilebi, circumstances for Nijula Ama Baba Keti Sauli Napara situation, Pishi Hoje, will you be my kit Amala decision, Ami Ama gave decide to Gana Huja Pichi, Mui Motage Bushe, Modabra, you could not do. They get Lugina Botuleto, Ami didn't break it high into. Lugina Tiger, Lugina Bohivule, say Idubra. It took Haguli Limited, I put in the Diaquabra. And if he mounts her, I need to lodge, Mota except Corridia Brahe, and if I'm all looking at Kushi Brad last in fact, taking like today, going to be Mota give it 10th day again, I'm going to categorize here. Ara, my Amalodia, Tagadam, Amadiman, Julius, and Wilamato. They do be she restless, exactly. He comes with it. Jagati Brahim will in operation with it. Jagati Bohigin is to Kurgi, Utukurgi Goina, Amikhan of the bishop. Amikhan Baja question Utayado. Our last March in the Amikhan, she can be like she lay as you like in Sasko. Aro, Amilo de Tagadam, Amatu di Shidu. Amikhan to South Tigana Tagadam, the Hanchi and Tigana Amikhan. First time I had them to die, Imam, the Marco Service, away, and you also look to die, you don't walk for in Akita Waparan. Yet, Imam, so they legal, like I'm content, I button for will be Shimon. They Rasta did the war, Rasta can be poor can or lady, no lip this can, Chili can la gas can Anigana, they need her for Anigana plant to get a daddy can be shit. I'm not to be shit. I will in a parala money. Come, Willie, Abnaki Willie, I mean, come to die Mishna in a barrier. They do be shit smart as I'm not. We taking in a bit say, I mean, come back to Tony last time, give it I hit. So it did to Will last time with the Shamnihan Uti. I can give you corn of for going to be more. But I can give you a so the only last time we take today for you to have it. We are not in a look and I become not taking night. I did like in the like Palco Willie Lazo, or we live in a paralysis, be shelter. He can live with me. I'm over at the American attack. If I the American missionary, no pain, I become not education. খুদাই বাজা খান লতে বি এডভাইস দিয়া আমি খান লতে বি সে এডভাইস করি না এটা আমাদের আমি খান বাহারে যাই না হিসে চলে বি তাইলো খুদাই দরজাতে বহি কিনা আমি খান রুখিব কিতে উলরাও আমি খান পুজি যায় আছে কিতে আহি যাব জলদি আহি যায় কিতে কোন আমি লতে থাকে আদান দিবি আমি তো তাইলা কথাই তো খান কিতে বিনা পাপলো yet করি কিনা থাকে বলেছে আজিলা জিন্দে আমি লাখর ঠান্ডা আছে ফিলিপি আমার লাগলে দিন আমি লাখরে আহাত তাই থাকিয়া পিছিয়ে মই বিশ্বাস পাই গই কিনা মই নিজৰ প্ৰাইভেট নি কিন্তু দেখি কিনা আহিছে কিছু প্ৰায় আমাকে বি আশিস কৰিবলৈ দিব আজিলা আৰু মন বেছি বিষাইছে আমি কি কাৰণে ক'লে আমি যিজন চাৰ্চৰ পৰা আমি যিজন ইপিলতে থাকিলা হাব মৰ্ণিং চাম ৰাতি আমি যিজন ইপিলতে আহি যাব আমি বেছি মন বিষাইছে আমি সামগ্ৰী বাহৰ পৰা কথা ক'বলৈ নাপালা টাইমটি গাবি হৈ যাইছে কিন্তু আমাৰ থাকা তাৰমানে আমি 5 জন লতে তাই টাইমতে সদায় তাইতো কিঙা আছে তাইতো আজি কি কৰি আছে তাই কথা ক'বলৈ মান নাপাইছে ক'লে যে আমি লতে সদায় মহাম 5 জন একজনকে বুজি থাকিব মোটা বাহাৰে যাইছে ক'লে যে কি তাইতো মোকে কথা নকৰি ওলাই যাইছে তাই ৱৰিনেছ একটা মহাম মিলি এনেকা থাকি নাইছিল কিন্তু প্ৰায় কিছুকে বেছি টেন্স হৈছে আজিলা দিনটো মই লামাটো নাথাকিছে আমি খান চব ঠাণ্ডা বি হৈ গৈছে গতিকে তাই লাভ ভাল কাম কৰি কিনে আমি খান লতে থাকি দিয়া আমি খান লতে দিয়াটো আমি খান বি আশীষ পাব মানে আমি খান বি আশা আছে আৰু আমি আমাৰ লতে একটা দুটা কথা কৰি কিনে থাকি দিওঁ
অলপ দিনটো হৈছে তাই আমি লগতে থকা টাইমতে তাইতো বেছি চব পাতে আছে তাই দুখ মন দুখ বেছি পাই থাকিলে বি ওপৰতে নাদেখায় আমি এনেকৈ তাই বেমাৰ টাইমতে বি তাই মন দুখ পাইলে বি আমি এনেকৈ সদায় খুচি হ'ব নিমিতে আমি এনেকৈ বেছি কেয়াৰিং কৰি কিনে আমি এনেকৈ লৈ কিনে আহিছে আমি লাইফতে আগেলৈ যাব নিমিতে কেনেকুৱা কৰি কিনে থাকিব সেইটো কাৰণে আমি বেছি লাৰ্ণ কৰিছে তাই লগা আৰু বাচ্চাখান হবে আৰু আমি চব ফেমিলি মিলাই কিনে তাইকে বেছি চব মানুহ তাইকে বেছি মিছ কৰিব কিনে বুলি জনাই দি আছে আৰু আমি তাই লগা ভাৱনা নুশুনি কিনে কেতিয়াবা কথাৰ পৰা হ'বই একশ্যন পৰা হ'বি তাইকে মনটোক পাই ধৰি কিনে থাকিছে বোলে ঈশ্বৰৰ নাম পৰা আমি এনেকৈ মাফ কৰি দিবি বুলি জনাই দি আছে আৰু ভাল পৰা যাবি কৈ কিনে আমাকে জনাই দিয়ে থেংক ইউ